What's up, you guys? It's Brandi. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. Today we're going to be continuing the foundation series on this channel, and we're going to be featuring a high-end foundation that I'm really excited about because I've been wanting to try this foundation for so long, and finding my perfect shade, which I still don't even know if I have my perfect shade, has been quite, a journey for me. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later. I want to first off just say excuse the lighting in this video because I'm working with like a really rainy day. There's no sunlight at all, which I normally do have a little bit for my videos. So the color might be a little bit off. I'm going to try to tweak it in post editing, but just forgive me a little bit. Before we jump into the demo part of this video, I want to go ahead and encourage you guys to click that subscribe button, join the family, because it allows you to not only be notified when I upload videos, it'll be included in your little YouTube feed, but it'll also allow you to comment on my videos. Let me know what you want this channel to be, because it's like us together. So I don't want to be doing videos that you guys don't really want to see, you're not interested in, and stuff like that. So just go ahead and click that little red button. It's free. Sign up, subscribe, join the family, all of those little things. So let's go ahead and get into this demo review video because I'm very excited. So the foundation we're going to be reviewing today is the Lancome Teint Idole 24-Hour Makeup Foundation. This here is what the packaging looks like. It's very nice and sleek and elegant. You have a nice glass frosted bottle. You have a nice little plastic see-through type of top, and you do have a pump, which you guys know I absolutely love. It's like a requirement for most foundations, especially high-end foundations. It needs to have a pump. I've already picked up 2 foundations or shades before this one. Originally, I purchased it during the Sephora VIB sale online, and yeah, that color was nowhere near my skin tone because I could not try it out and test it out and stuff like that. So then I went back to the store and I think I got $4.50. I don't know if it was C or N for cool or neutral. That didn't work out. So I went back recently and got this one. So I'm really hoping this one works out for me because I'm tired of looking for the right foundation for Lancome, okay? So what I'm going to do is go on the Sephora website and read to you guys what the claims are for this. There are tons and tons and tons of shades for this foundation, even from the fairest to the deepest of skin tones. So it does retail for $47. You get 1.0 fluid ounces, and what it says, or what it claims to do, it says it's an oil-free, long-wearing liquid foundation that delivers medium to full coverage and leaves a natural-looking velvety matte finish for up to 24 hours. This foundation's innovative formula gives all skin tones flawless complexion perfecting coverage, while the broad-spectrum SPF 15 sunscreen protects. Redness, pores, and imperfections visibly disappear, evening the skin tone and leaving a mattified yet natural result. The makeup doesn't need to be retouched and provides transfer-resistant coverage. Plus, it's infused with perlite and silica absorbing oil for a shine-free finish. We're going to see how this works out. I've already primed my skin with my Nivea Men Post-Shave Balm. As always, I have a video talking all about this as to why I use it and what it's supposed to do. I'm not going to color correct. I've already done my brows as well. So what we're going to do is go ahead and get started. As usual, with these foundation reviews, I'm going to be using 2 beauty tools. I'm going to use my beauty blender on one side and my Morphe M439 brush on the other side. Normally I get fuller coverage with the Morphe brush, but it all depends. You just never know. I believe this formula is pretty thick, but we're going to see. So I'm going to just do a little bit, okay? A little bit on the back of my hand, just maybe 2 pumps, and this is what the foundation looks like. So it's kind of in between. It's not super thick like the Milani foundation that I tried in this series, but it does have a little bit of thickness to it. I think I'm going to use the beauty blender on this side as usual because we know that the beauty blender does shear out coverage a little bit, and I have more acne scars on this side that I want to cover up. I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of this on. Not too much. Start out a little bit. So I didn't even use all of that that's on the back of my hand. Taking my beauty blender, which by the way has been going through some stuff. The tip is completely gone. I need to purchase some more of these. So I'm going to go in and just blend it out, and it does look a little bit dark. Oh my gosh. am liking the finish of this, especially with the Beauty Blender. It's still kind of like a little luminous kind of glow to my skin, especially here on my cheek, but the rest of it looks pretty like velvety matte, just like it says. I'm gonna have to swipe a little bit of this down on my neck because it's a good bit darker than my skin tone, which this probably would have been perfect for the summertime because you guys can see that line of demarcation, like what's up. So I'm gonna have to fix it with my concealer and stuff like that and just brighten up my inner part of my face. I'm gonna go ahead and pump out, I think like just one more pump for the other side because I have a feeling the brush isn't gonna need as much. So it did kind of cover up the dark spots that I had there. You can still see them just a tad bit on this side. It did not cover up all of my hyperpigmentation, even though it is a darker shade. So I am going to put a little bit more on these two spots here and see if it covers them up, because it is supposed to be medium to full coverage, so it's kind of expected that it might not cover everything up. Okay, so I feel like it applied in the same way with both beauty tools. There we go. I feel like it applied the same with either one of them. It is definitely darker than the rest of my body. Like, look at my neck and look at my face. This doesn't normally happen. I'm seeing a lot of dewiness on my skin that I didn't expect to see, especially since it's supposed to be velvety matte. So I don't know if it needs to kind of like set a little bit. So I am going to do the rest of my makeup and let it set and not put powder on until the very end. So I'll let you guys know what it ends up kind of like drying down to. So here's what my face is looking like as a clean slate with just a foundation. So I'm going to go and finish the rest of my face and be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I've now finished the rest of my face, and I have to say the color is still off a bit, even though I powdered with like a powder that's similar to my skin tone. This is just still a little bit too dark and too like summertime shade for me, so I'll definitely probably end up having to wear this only in the summertime. In terms of the finish of the foundation, I don't feel like it really settled down to a velvety matte finish to me. It was still a little bit more dewy than I like, and maybe it's not supposed to really be the velvety matte finish that I'm normally used to with other foundations. It says it's supposed to be natural looking or like a natural velvety matte finish. So maybe a little bit of dewiness or sheen to it is what they were going for, but if you say velvety matte finish, to me, I'm thinking there's going to be no shine to my skin at all, but it's not going to look super, super dry. It definitely did cover up the acne scars that I had over here and one that's still kind of like in the process of drying up. So I will say that it did that. It definitely was a medium coverage when you first apply it, and I was able to build it up to a full coverage. So that's definitely true. In terms of like my pores, I would also agree that it does like make your pores disappear, because I don't see like any pores on my nose at all, and this is like the area that I have larger pores in, or you can really see them. In terms of how the rest of my makeup applied, it was really easy, not a problem at all. So it does say that this is supposed to last up to 24 hours. I am gonna probably end up keeping this on maybe like around 12 hours today, because right now it is 10:47 p.m. I'm not sure if you guys can see that because the background is white, but it's 10:47 p.m. so I'm getting a really early start. I have a lot of things to do, and I'm probably not going to get back home until around maybe 9 o'clock tonight, so I am going to have a good amount of time to keep this foundation on. Right now I love the finish of it because I did put a little bit of powder. I powdered under my eyes with my concealer and all the other places. Also applied a little bit of blush, highlight, and right under here I did apply some powder in this area. This is where I was trying to lighten it up or make it more like my skin tone. In terms of whether it transfers, I'm going to have to see throughout the day, because I know when I normally wear foundations and my skin starts to like produce its natural oil, that's when the foundation starts to transfer on other things. So I will let you guys know that later on tonight when I come back. So that is pretty much all I have to like update you guys on from me applying the rest of my makeup. So I will see you guys later on tonight. Okay, you guys, I am back. It's now the end of the night. It's 9:44 p.m. I can't even remember what time it was that I put this foundation on, but I know it's been at least 9 hours, so give or take an hour or two. It's definitely been a good amount of time. Just looking at my face overall, the foundation still looks really, really good. There's no shine to my face at all. After I finished the rest of my makeup, I forgot to tell you guys that I did have some little issues with my forehead lines, like I always do with most foundations, and it was a lot more prominent than it is now. As I say always, after the foundation tends to settle and some of my natural oils produce, the lines end up going away. I can still see like a little bit of trace of them up there, but it's definitely not as prominent as it was earlier today. So everywhere else on my face, I still feel like my pores are pretty much eliminated. The only thing that I'm not loving, I don't know what this is. It's like mascara. It's really dark right there. But the only thing that is making me not absolutely love this foundation is the shade match of it. So it's definitely not my shade at all. Did not really settle into my fine lines. I do see just a tad bit of like creasing just around here, but that's pretty much it. Oh, and the other thing that I remember that was a claim of this foundation, it was supposed to be transfer proof, and I have to tell you guys that's not the case. That was a lie in terms of the claims of this, because right after I did my makeup, I did something and the foundation was on like the tissue and stuff like that. So I don't know if maybe they mean something different by transfer proof. When I look at that, it just means like when I touch my face, foundation isn't going to be on my hands. If I touch it with like a white shirt or if I lay on someone, it's not going to come off, and that's really hard to kind of like achieve with foundations, especially liquid foundations, because when your skin starts to get a little bit oily and stuff like that, it's going to kind of break it down. So it's kind of hard to stop that from happening, and this was happening even before like I had been moving around a lot during the day. It does give you a natural look. I definitely say that. It is still, it's more of a velvety matte look to it right now. As you guys know, when I first applied the foundation, I didn't feel like it was velvety matte because it did have a tinge of dewiness to it. So I don't know, like right now it is velvety matte because I did powder a little bit when I set the rest of my face and did all my other makeup, but initially when you apply it, it's not really that velvety matte to me. I do really like the finish of it and the fact that it lasted a good amount of time, and I feel like it would even last longer because like there is no shine to my face aside from like my highlight and stuff where I always highlight on my face, but everywhere else like no shine at all, and I'm really feeling that. What do you guys think about this foundation? How do you feel like it looks on me in terms of the finish? I know the color isn't matching, you know what I'm saying, but everything else that's going on, how do you feel about it? Would you purchase this? Would you try it out? And also, if you have any other recommendations for foundations you want me to try out, drugstore or high-end, let me know those in the comment section below. If you enjoyed these types of videos for the series, continue to give me a thumbs up and show you girls some love. If you are not a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button and join the family as always. And until next time, I will see all of you beauties later. Bye.